Here we are at Enterprise Connect 2023 at the end of day 2, and I'm with Craig Durr from Wainhouse Research. How's it going, Craig?
Good to see you, Rob. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you. Great day and another highly energized event. How's it going for you?
Yeah, it's really good. There are like 10,000 people in there that are keeping this energy level up that I don't know how they're doing it. Myself, I'm trying to do the same, but it's good. It's good.
Great stuff. And tell me, first of all, why are you here? What are you looking for? What's most interesting?
Right. So I don't know if people know who I work for. It's a company called Wainhouse Research. We're an analyst firm. We focus exclusively on what we call enterprise communication. So this is our sweet spot. You can think about the devices, the technology, the services that enable people to communicate within their business to their customers and their end users, right? So we help vendors in how they're going to market and how they're doing their research and going forward. Myself, I focus on group-based collaborative experiences, so room-based or office. So this has been great for me. I'm using this for research. I'm using this for meetings to meet with vendors. I'm actually having the opportunity to present a session here as well too. So I'm getting to share some of the information out with the people that are attending.
Fantastic. So it's been a great event so far. So I'm sure you're having lots of interesting conversations. What is top of your list so far this week?
So if you want to sum it up, there's 2 letters that people are talking a lot about. It's A and I, right? And they're putting them together. Everyone has an AI story coming to bear right now. All these UC platform players are having some element that they're bringing in. So obviously, and there's different approaches to it. So what I really like to see coming forward out of this is which of these different methodologies that these companies are pursuing are going to be what customers need. And frankly, I think the answer is going to be all of them. I think customers are going to find their unique needs for them. So for example, some are doing a federated AI experience. Some are doing their own primary one. We're partnering with OpenAI. Some even have their own internal AI building out as well for very use case specific ideas. So what I do think is this, I think people are going to embrace that technology. The customer acceptance is there, and then we're going to start seeing which one of these wind up working for what scenarios. So I think it's good overall. It's going to be like a tide that raises all these ships.
Yeah, certainly lots of announcements coming out with the words ChatGPT attached to them and that kind of thing. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I was joking. I have my own AI. It's an intern in the back. His name is Kyle. It's Kyle AI. So Kyle AI is what's working for us right now.
Fantastic. So, the hybrid workplace is still here. It's not going away anytime soon. But there's certain thing that I've picked up on this week more and more, which is this kind of philosophy of magnet versus mandate.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
It's a really interesting term that we heard people use. I think a couple of vendors actually used it so far. We have this challenge right now of what to do with this office space and trying to get people back into it. In fact, that's an area that I'm really passionate about trying to figure out right now too. So the magnet is, do we have something that's attractive enough to pull them in, or is it going to be these top level CEO mandates that you must be in the office 3-4 days? And you're seeing them a lot in Americas right now, especially like in the financial services. It's really got to be an answer in the middle right now, right? I think what's going to take place is this. There's an intersection taking place here where people used to come into an office to come and do something called work. And that work involved a place-specific idea. I have a lab, I have a desk, I have something to go to. Now they're doing work that has to be involved with people. I'm coming in to make sure I have this meeting with Rob, I need to see him in person, or I need to do something where I need to be around this team and create this output of product. So I think what's transitioning right now and the more successful models are the people that are embracing the idea that you remove the friction for people to find each other coming into the office and give them reason to come in as well too.
Absolutely, and there's lots of new tech on show, isn't there, this year, especially Microsoft's keynote today. They were talking about BYOD. What's your take on that?
So I'm passionate about the room experience that's taking place right now, and BYOD has been this like love-hate relationship with Microsoft. I think you and I know this because it's a challenge for them. They want to have this experience, but they can't have that where they don't feel like they give a good IT experience. And they've solved this with a partner. So they come to partner with Crestron. Crestron has got something called Air Media Connect, which is a wireless puck, and it's also a system right now. But by having a device there in the room, it allows Microsoft to create an environment that's networked and managed. So they can help IT administrators see what's going on in these rooms that typically would have things walking away or not, is it working or not, what's taking place. Meanwhile, the end user has the experience that they can bring in their own laptop. They get to go ahead and plug in and use their interface that they know and launch that Teams automatically. And then they have that double experience of, on the screen, it looks like a Microsoft room. It has a schedule app and it can see what's going on as well too. So it's a really interesting evolution right now between that whole native versus BYOD battlegrounds going on. And it's great to see Microsoft find a way to embrace both. Because customers need both. They need a certain price point that BYOD brings in, and they need a certain experience that the native rooms bring in as well too.
Absolutely, lots of product here to talk about. Unfortunately, we don't have that amount of time, but no. If we were just to take a crystal ball moment, 2024, 12 months from now, what does the world look like in UC and collab?
Looking forward right now? That's a great question. So I think one of the big interesting challenges taking place is how do you unify the experience outside of the conference room, right? And I think people are really starting to understand and embrace that. So not only are we talking about platforms that enable workplace reservations or things like that, but we need to have this great opportunity to harvest data. Why is Rob coming into the office? Why is Grant coming into the office? What's going on that they're driving him to do it, and how would I optimize for that as well too? So I think in the future, you're going to see a lot more data mining of why people are coming to the office. And to do that, you're going to see a lot more devices around that you wouldn't think typical, some of these vendors would bring to bear, like room sensors, IoT sensors. You already see them doing panels for outside the windows and outside the conference rooms and stuff like that too. So keep looking for these type of products coming to market right now from these vendors. More touch points to collect more data to make the holistic experience come forward. That's my prediction.
Fantastic.
That and flying cars. Now, if the flying cars hit, you heard it here first, okay?
Good stuff. Thanks so much for talking to me and enjoy the rest of the event, Craig.
It's going to be fantastic. 2 more days to go.
Thank you.
Take care.